Good timing, right at 7. All right, so we have Sabrina and we have Cassandra. Cassandra, do you know Sabrina?
Yes, I know her.
Okay, she's in second period and you're in fifth period. Very different classes. The makeup of period is not the same as the makeup of second period. Things run a lot smoother in second period and in third period. Um, and then we're gonna wait for a few more. Now, this is a live session, so at any point in time, anyone can pop in. Um, I'm doing this with you guys because I know you guys are seniors. If anyone does come in and if they, I don't know, if they try to interrupt or something like that, I could just kick them out.
Yeah.
Um, and if they use language that might be explicit or offensive, keep in mind that these are people from around the world. And in preparation for your college, I'm not going to um, filter any of that information out. You just need to be mature enough to be able to deal with that kind of language and so on.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you can see here that I'm sharing my screen, can you see what's there?
I see a permission slip.
That's a permission slip. That's right. And this permission slip is needed for our first meeting. We will have a meeting, a face-to-face. Well, not a face-to-face meeting, but it's actually the district meeting, the UIL meeting itself. And we're going to be taking a bus on Saturday, November 14th, and it would be 6:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. on a Saturday.
This upcoming Saturday? Oh, next Saturday?
The 14th.
I think I have something on the 14th.
I'm gonna be in Dallas.
Okay, and that's the date that they set up. Um, I don't know if there's like if you really plan on being within the UIL competition for news and information, and you know you would be able to make it to the next ones, I could still include you within the project. But I mean, it's okay if you don't go to the first one because you have something else. But we do have to try to go to the following ones. And I don't have the dates for those right now, but another one would be December something, the 3rd or something like that.
Okay, that's fine.
Same. I'm like free the month of December.
Yeah.
And in total, there might be a total of like 5 different times we have to do this. So
Okay.
Okay.
and again, you can still participate if you miss one, but if you miss more than one, I think I don't think they allow for that. So okay, so I still need to send out the permission slips, and you can fill one out, but then just say that you won't go, so I could turn it in as a name, but that this one you couldn't make it.
Okay.
I'll send you a PDF later on, and we'll try to take care of that.
Hmm.
Um, hmm. Students are taking a while to show up. Let me send messages on the side. In the meantime, I don't know. Did you prepare any news articles?
Well, I read about some stuff, but I don't know too much about it.
Okay, so if you can tell me one item, and I can put it up on the screen.
Well, Obama is trying to make a free trade accord with the Pacific.
Okay. Obama making a free trade. Well, I know about a free trade accord already called TTIPS, and it's a transatlantic trade, like kind of like NAFTA. This is TTIP, and I don't know if it's related to that, but let me check. Obama free trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is the
This
Pacific
one.
one.
Yeah, the Pacific one.
Okay, yes, I heard about this one, right? That China was going to be left out,
Yeah,
and
I think so.
yeah. Okay, it's here. I don't know if you do you think this would be a question within what if there's a video? This could be a question within the UIL, and I mean, because big big trade agreements are always important. You know, there's a lot going on, like an economy, politics, who's included and who's left out. All those things send out messages, you know, as to who's a big player and who's left out. So let's look at. I don't know if you can kind of talk about whatever you think the importance of this while I try to send messages to the students. Okay.
Okay, well, I have no idea. Like, I only read about it, like, a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what did the deal say?
Like, I don't know, like, I just read the title. So, I don't know. Like, I haven't read it fully.
Let's look. What is Obama's free trade policy?
Okay, let me see.
The Trans-Pacific Partnership between the U.S. and 11 other countries across Latin America and Asia. The bill would help, according to some senator, knock down unfair barriers that discriminate against American workers, and that failing to pass the measure would be ceding the future to Chinese.
Okay, so Obama.
Yes. Let's see. Let me play the video.
Mr. Quesada, I'm texting Adrian right now, and he said he's on the road.
City waterfront is making
Well, I mean, if he could do it through his phone.
brings together people, capital, and ideas. A new model for urban revitalization is launched, and the Boulevard makes progress.
So that's kind of important, right? Australia, Brunei, Canada, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, Singapore, Vietnam, and the U.S.
No region will do more to shape our long-term economic future than the Asia-Pacific region.
Okay, what is your reaction to the statement?
Why do environmental groups oppose it?
Right?
And labor unions, but
The only thing I could think of is, they're not really checking for. Well, let me give you an example. I have a friend. His name is Julius Pau, and he is German, but he was in Netherlands studying, and he was opposing another trade commission, another trade agreement called TTIP, and the reason he opposed. Hey, Luis.
Oh, hello, sir.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
All right. We were talking about Sabrina mentioned that she brought up this article and she said that it might be important, and it involves the battle that President Obama's trade deal has brought upon the Pacific and all the Asia and North America. And I was telling them that the experience that I have with trade agreements, it comes from a friend that I met. He's this German student, but he was studying in Netherlands. And over there, they were opposing TTIP, which was a trade agreement that was happening. It was a transatlantic trade agreement. So on the other side, on the East Coast, right? And it was between Europe and the U.S. And the reason they were opposing it was because the United States has different standards than the European standards, right? And one of the things they did not want was chlorinated chicken. Now I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Okay, chlorinated chicken. It seems like the process of cleaning, and you see right here on top, the first one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was an activist, and we went to a community kitchen where people rallied up together and tried to see how they can protest what was happening. And the thing with chlorinated chicken is, in the U.S., it's allowed. It's legal for companies, these poultry companies, to bathe chicken in chlorinated water to kill out bacteria and all that kind of thing, right? To clean them out. But in Europe, the way they do it, it's more costly. It takes longer. The companies might have less. They might have less profits, but the consumer is safer because they use a process that does not involve chlorine. So it's safer for the consumer, and in the U.S. it ends up being cheaper, a cheaper price, but less quality. And that's what Europeans did not want. They did not want chlorinated chicken because they considered it carcinogen, the chlorine in it. But other people say there's nothing wrong with chlorinated chicken. It goes back and forth. So in this case, we have something similar, and by reading this, there must be a reason they're opposing, right? It might be related. It might be something else. But let's keep on looking at these statements. This ties into our unit on protesting, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it hasn't through yet?
Hi, I'm Donald Trump, and I'll be hosting SNL with Sia.
And the ratings are gonna be.
Donald Trump's appearance as host on Saturday Night Live isn't actually all that unusual.
Nobody's bigger than me. Nobody's better than me. I'm a ratings machine.
Why in the world would a politician want to go on a TV show to only be ridiculed?
You were really easy to talk to, Bill. Oh, thanks. That's the first time I've ever heard that.
Make silly jokes,
Who is that under there?
and say very unpresidential things.
My only showbiz connections are John Boyd and Heidi from the Hills.
Well, for a lot of reasons, actually.
Fortunately, Seth, I'm not a math guy. I'm more of a miracle guy.
A lot of political strategy goes into making a candidate seem approachable and relatable. Well, nothing makes you come across as down-to-earth quite like making fun of yourself.
So yeah, caught my attention. I thought we were gonna go more on to Trump, but do you, based on that TTIP and based on that what was it, TTP?
Mhm.
Transatlantic Trade in the Pacific. That might be asked on. That there's a multiple choice portion of it, right? There's a test, 40-item test, multiple choice, and then there's the essay. and we are supposed to be able to connect how these articles or how the news or how events around us can impact us at a personal level and at our society, right? At the level of a society. So we're gonna keep on looking at more. Cassandra or Luis, do you have any items that you thought would be important for our discussion?
Well, I was gonna ask, on the rule book, it doesn't say a specific website we're supposed to look at, right? It's just like in general current events.
It does have. Let me show you the website. That way you can. There are several web sources like CNN. Uh, there's different sources they give, but you could check anything. Like you really can. Okay, this is uiltexas.org is the official website. You go under academic contests and current issues and events. And this is what they recommend. They recommend the New York Times, The Week.com, Time, AP, Associated Press, Reuters, BBC, PBS, and NPR. So those are it. And then we did talk about the topic. So we mentioned one, the one on the trade agreement would fall under economics and international. I don't know if we can look for one on war and conflict, or maybe look for one on domestic, just here in the U.S., and then find something with technology, environment, or science. But it has to be breaking news. I think they're looking for those article pieces or those breaking news pieces that have a great impact. They did mention, like, let's say someone prominent, a prominent figure dies that has contributed to our society. That's probably going to be on the test as well. So let's look at. Oh, and Luis, by the way, here's do you see this? That's the permission slip. We have a meeting on November 14th.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the like the first official meeting for UIL, and we would be taking a bus, and it's at 6:30 a.m. and we come back at 4 p.m. And that's the 14th, which is like the Saturday, right? I mean, not this Saturday, but
Next Saturday.
Yeah.
All right. So what did we say? Well, we're gonna check. Let's do. Okay, let's look at some top stories. Bomb is possibility and loss of Russian jet over Egypt. Do you think that'll make it?
Oh, I heard about that. That the result of the plane might have been a bomb.
Oh, by ISIS, right? Or
I honestly don't know who the people involved are.
they think it was ISIS. I believe.
What plane was it? Like, what country was the plane part
Russian.
of? Oh.
Russian passenger plane broke apart on Saturday over Egypt. And they think it's a result. It's likely, and it's possible that it was the result of a terrorist explosion. No, but ISIS. I mean, ISIS is usually. Well, I mean, they can expand to anywhere, right? But it's usually within Syria and Afghanistan, and Egypt is a little bit further west. So it could have been ISIS, right? But there are other terrorists around. So this is possible. It might be on it. Maybe this is something that's still developing. So later on, we'll see if it turns out to be a full-fledged breaking news thing. I mean, for now, it's still under development, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. Kind of like that. Remember that Malaysian flight
Yeah.
Yeah, that went under development for a while, and it's still being
Investigated.
investigated.
To restore normal flights in both directions as soon as possible. British holidaymakers want to go to Sharm, and Egyptians welcome them. Almost 1 million British holidaymakers enjoy Sharm el-Sheikh every year, and we recognise the importance of their visits to Egypt. And it's in our mutual interest to address this and to get back to normal as soon as possible.
وانا تفهمت ده، تفهمت ان دولة رئيس الوزراء عايز يطمئن على المواطنين في وضع من حقه، واستجبنا لكل ما طلبوا في ان هو يجي والعناصر تيجي وتتفقد وتطمن على الاجراءات اللي احنا عاملينها في مطار شرم الشيخ، وبنقول مره كمان ان احنا مستعدين نتجاوب اكثر مع اي اجراءات تطمن كل اصدقائنا على ان الاجراءات الامنيه اللي موجوده في مطار شرم الشيخ كافيه وان المطار مؤمن بشكل جيد.
Hmm. Okay, what else do we have? Have you heard of anything? Do you guys, what kind of news do you keep up with?
Whatever CNN posts on the notifications or whatever, I just read it.
So you're using CNN. Luis, what are you using?
I use the Apple News app.
Oh, okay, so that aggregates from different sources, right?
Yeah, it's really good.
I use one.
Which one?
I use the same one as Louise.
Okay, I use different ones. I've used Flipboard, and I've used Google News, and I've used Apple News, and I mean, basically they're all pretty much the same. You know, it's just how they format it and how they present it, but they basically all have the same articles. You know, the same breaking news pieces. So it doesn't matter what you use. You know, just try to keep up with what's going on. And team. Is that important right there? ExxonMobil investigated for possible climate change lies.
Oh yeah.
Oh. I don't know. I you know what it makes me feel? Not that I'm into conspiracy theories of any kind, but you know, there's that news about ExxonMobil, and then we had that news about Volkswagen.
Oh yeah.
So it seems like, I don't know, like maybe car companies and gasoline, you know, companies might be like under attack or under the loop. So I don't know. I kind of sense a transition into like the greener cars because of all this. You know, maybe there's gonna be this transition, and sometimes it might happen. You know, at a certain level, we don't even understand how trends occur. But then all of a sudden, there's a trend in news. There's a trend. You know, there's a lot of everyone starts focusing on a certain issue, and then we start seeing more news about it until it becomes there's more awareness, and then eventually people might start raising their voice and expressing concern, and then things change. So I don't know. It seems like this might be the start of a trend where we'll see more, you know, blaming or finger pointing as to the climate change with cars and with these kinds of companies. So let's move on. We have a disgraced cop. I don't think that's important. What do you think?
Disgraced. Is it? Oh. No.
I don't think it's like breaking major news.
I heard that the government was thinking about shutting down again.
What happens during a government shutdown?
Like the federal jobs, they are cut. Like let's say the Border Patrol, they won't get overtime, so they won't get more money. So they're just trying to like stabilize the expenditures or whatever.
Isn't that the second time this year?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's happening. Like they're thinking about it because they can't agree on whatever.
Yeah, it would be catastrophic. I mean, there's when you think about the people that work at all these federal agencies, they would be basically without a job or less pay and all that. So it's not good at all. A new budget deal, let's see. So there's less chances, but it doesn't eliminate the possibility of one around the holidays. December 11 deadline to negotiate a spending package that would fund the government through next September. You know what? Based on past events, they've always done that. They say it. There's that threat, and it lingers over everyone's mind, and then eventually they sign. They take care of whatever they need to take care of. It's kind of like you guys when you turn in work. You wait till the last minute, you turn it in at the last minute, and then it goes through. I mean, not everyone, but in general. The team. What else? That was a good one. Yeah. Like if we do get a shutdown, then for sure that would be on
the test.
On the test, and it would be something that we could talk about on an essay.
The Nobel Prize. I know it was a while back, but that was pretty big news.
Oh yeah, what Nobel Prize on what?
Well, they gave them all out. The physics one was pretty interesting. It was really big.
Was that the one on
neutrinos?
Neutrinos, yes.
Oh, the Doctors Without Borders is also important, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and we talked about this one last time, didn't we?
Yeah, I remember talking to you about it, or you told us to take the class.
Yeah, it was like when it first happened. So I guess now they're still looking for explanations, or they're still looking. Oh no!
Who caused it?
Are they seeking justice or are they seeking peace? Remember that unit?
Oh yeah.
Outrage ripples through Romania after government's collapse. So how did the government collapse? Look at this. There's some kind of a manifestation or a protest of some kind. On Tuesday night, an estimated 20,000 Romanians took to the streets of Bucharest, the capital, demanding political change. The collapse of the government did not stop the protests. However, as smaller rallies attracting many thousands took place in cities across the country on Wednesday evening. 35,000.
Wait, what happened? Why did they go?
It says right here, the catalyst for Romania's unusual wave of popular outrage is a nightclub fire that killed 32 last week. Over lax enforcement of regulations at the nightclub. So they weren't really enforcing the regulations. And they want the high-level officials to be held accountable. And then what? They announced a new prime minister. I don't know if this is, what is it called? Like when you use an event to kind of, that's the event that detonates everything that is.
A catalyst.
A catalyst, yeah. So it seems like a sort of catalyst, that is it's really only the cover for what's behind the social unrest that they have there, or the political unrest. So this might be something that might be on there, but I don't think I would choose it. Like if I were the test maker, I wouldn't choose it. Taiwanese leader says China meeting not meant to help his party in elections. Oh, look at this.
Oh, I saw that video.
Is this a different one?
No, isn't the same one from Illinois? Illinois.
Oh, because the one we saw last time was the one from South Carolina.
Oh.
Remember? Did you see the one from South Carolina?
I don't know. Okay, now I'm confused which one I saw.
Carolina student. Again, and one piece. Well, I'm pretty sure that police brutality and violence and that kind of thing. One of those articles will come out. And more than just knowing about one article, it's about knowing about the whole thing. You know how it's become such a trend within the U.S. We're zooming in onto police brutality, and as a whole, you know, it's something that we need to be aware of. Okay, South Carolina. Well, look, and they walked out to support the. Illinois college alleging. I was at a philosophy class, and it's Jocelyn Pazera, 27-year-old. Oh, but she was smoking a cigarette. You see that? I don't think that's still, you know, grounds for that to happen.
Yeah, neither do I.
And what did it say? The lawsuit claims Pazera was given a verbal warning regarding the college's smoke-free policy before she returned to class. Video shows 2 officers surrounding Pazera and tipping over the desk with her in it and arresting her, obstructing a peace officer and resisting a peace officer. Charges against Pazera were dismissed last month. Spokesman says the college is investigating Pazera's allegations. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that this is something new that didn't happen before? Or do you think that it's always occurred, but now that there's, you know, the availability of smartphones and the quick access to camera features and all that, do you think that can, it's easier for us to see when these things happen? But I think, do you think it always happened, or do you think it's just happening more often now?
It's probably always happened.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, so maybe, I mean, technology helps in that way, because now we can bring these things to light where before they were just eyewitnesses, you know. And who do you believe, the cop or the person? And you know, the authority figures always have the upper hand in a way. So now that we have cameras all over the place, you know, we're seeing some of those, you know, abuses of power, and hopefully, you know, hopefully it keeps on happening where people record these things so that it could be all over the news, and eventually, you know, people can start standing up for abusive and for corruption and for abuse of power. This is getting kind of slow. Let me close out some of the tabs. Okay, so there's Houston's ugly debate over gay rights can be avoided. Here's how. You are evil. Woman gets life in prison for locking disabled people in dungeon. Oh, how about that one? Life in prison for locking disabled people in dungeon. I don't know. I think that's too drastic or dramatic. I don't think people are probably going to want to choose things that have big impacts and major contributions. And some of these more like disasters and tragedies, I think there'll be less of them on the test because I don't think they would want to go into like the morbid or the gory side of the news. What's this? Oh, have you heard about this?
No.
You've never heard about the mascots and how they represent, like they have discrimination or like the Redskins?
Oh, I heard about the Redskins that they have to change. Wait, no. Yeah, they have to change their names or something like that because it was offensive to Native Americans.
Yes, and they were saying that, okay, because it's offensive to Native Americans, but the owner, one of the owners, and I'm not too sure which team, there's many teams, that use offensive slurs, and they wanted to push or convince the owner to change the name, but they didn't want to change the mascot, because of tradition or for whatever reason, but they didn't want to change the name, so I don't know. So I guess Adidas is part of it, and they're helping out, so that's something good. Okay, business. What do you think is important out of all these?
Singapore?
You think this will be on the test? Any of these? I mean, it's good to know. Singapore Air offers to buy rest of Tiger Air. That might change the dynamics of flights, and it might make things cheaper for consumers, but I don't know if it's super important. Technology. Oh, I have Google Cardboard.
Really? Do you, sir?
Yeah.
Wow.
What's that?
It's a little piece of cardboard, and they have and I have another one. Look, maybe I could show. Oh, but I don't have the camera. I have another one. Maybe I could take it to school tomorrow. Yeah, I would have to find it, but yeah, this Google Cardboard. All you do is put your phone inside, and then YouTube and other apps offer VR videos, and it's 3D, and you look around, and it makes you feel like if you're there. So if you look down, you see the floor of the place that you're supposed to be looking at. If you look up, you see the ceiling. It's as if you're there. It's virtual reality.
That's cool.
So it's pretty fun. Lytro. Do you know what Lytro is?
No.
No.
It's this camera that they invented,
Oh.
and it has a deeper field of vision when it comes to the light that it captures. So you can take a camera. You can take the camera and you can shoot a picture, and the picture will offer zoom. After the picture's been taken, you can zoom in and out. In different areas.
Wow.
You know how a camera, like if you take the picture already and it's blurry up close, but it's zoomed into the back, that's how the picture stays. But with this camera, you can always zoom into other things that did not have zoom initially. So, but now I guess they're trying to make another Lytro camera that will take video and turn it into virtual reality. So VR, two things about virtual reality. 1, 2. I think probably like by 2016, it's gonna make more of an impact, I think.
Oh yeah.
Apple Music. Apple Music wasn't that just launched sometime,
Yeah, it was released recently.
right? It's just launched sometime maybe within these 2 months, like this, or 3 months. So I don't know if that's important or not. Pebble Time round review. Entertainment. Katy Perry. I'm not too good with all this entertainment stuff, so I don't know if someone can take care of this section.
I'm not either.
Same.
No, I don't think any of this is as important.
Yeah, I just like celebrity stuff, but like.
Oh, this one is. Spectre producers ponder the end of James Bond.
Wow.
That's a major statement.
Yeah.
I mean, because Bond movies have been going on forever,
Mhm.
and we've had different Bonds, right? Like I don't know who was the first Bond. Sean Connery.
Roger Moore? Or was he after?
Let's see. James Bond actors. We had Pierce Brosnan.
Well, I think it was Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. Roger Moore. Timothy Dalton. I don't know if there's an order. We've had a lot, I don't even know some of these. Sean Connery from 62. Yeah, Sean Connery, 62, 71, and 83. And we had a 67 somewhere in there. David Niven. George Lazenby, 69. Roger Moore, 73 to 85. Timothy Dalton, 87, 89. Pierce Brosnan, 95, 2002. And Daniel Craig. I don't know. Who do you like the best?
The tie between Sean Connery and Daniel Moore. That's the most recent. Daniel Craig. Yeah. Because I haven't really seen the other ones. So, by default.
I've seen Sean Connery and I've seen Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig. Yeah. Sean Connery is pretty good. So I think, are they saying that it's going to end completely?
Hope not. Would be a tragedy.
Oh, look, who's that? Christoph Waltz, right?
Ooh, where?
Right here.
Oh yes, I think that's who the Spectre Bond villain's gonna be. Love that guy.
Yeah, he's good. Sports. I don't think sports is in category, right? Solar storm. Science. Science will be on it. Oh, I like this one. I don't think it'll be on there, but kangaroos are gassier than we thought. Yeah. Religion makes children more selfish, says scientists. Huh. I wonder how they found that information. Like what the study. Kinder without God. Kids who grow up in a religious home, less altruistic than, I don't know. The negative association between religiousness and children's altruism. Religious children meaner than agnostic and atheist kids, study finds. What do you think about that?
Interesting. this isn't. Oh, okay. That's all right.
Well, we would have to check some of those sources, right?
Oh, definitely.
Mm. Oh, this one. Have you heard about that?
No.
No, I haven't.
Chipotle. You know Chipotle, right?
Yeah.
I've heard about it.
It's a restaurant, Mexican restaurant, but it's like a fast food place. But it's fast casual. Fast casual is a category. It's like between fast food and a place where you sit down and there's, tables with linens and all that. So it's like a blend of both. And food is of better quality. So they have these in other places. I don't think they have any here. The closest one might be Houston. And apparently there was an E. coli outbreak, and they had to close like 40 some different places.
Wow.
So yeah, but it's a really good place though. But I don't know. I don't know what happened.
That was kind of like the Blue Bell or Hygiene. No, the ice cream brand.
Yes. The Hygieia, right?
Hygieia.
No, it
They
was
had to
Blue Bell.
recall.
Blue Bell.
Blue Bell. They had to recall all the ice creams.
Yeah, that's true. And that was not long ago. Oh, how about this one? Do you see this one? New kind of designer immune cell. Cells cure baby leukemia. Like we've had a couple of close calls when it comes to finding a cure for cancer.
I was actually reading an article. Was it Wired? I'm not sure. But they were saying that some researchers had actually developed a virus that sort of successfully targeted cancer cells. And they said that oncologic, I think that's what it is, viruses that target cancer cells could be a really big step in the fight against cancer.
Yep. Well, I guess I heard about one where they, what was it? I don't remember what it was, but they were giving AIDS medicine to treat a person that had both AIDS and leukemia or something, and they did a transplant of some kind of bone marrow, and it helped to cure one or the, I don't remember exactly what happened, but it was along those lines, where they were finding a cure for something.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess designer immune cells are now the thing. Okay, so not a lot going on today. That other time, I guess it got juicier, right, Sabrina? Remember that? Were you here, Luis, that other time?
No, sir. I believe that time I was in work.
That's right. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we did have. I think there was more articles, and we had more people. Maybe everybody was busy today. We had,
probably.
How many did we have? Like 8?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Or 6? I think we had like 6 people. I'm gonna see if I can reschedule so we can. This is being recorded, so if they missed out, they can see the recording, and then we can schedule another one. See if more people can make it. What would be the best way to schedule one, and so everyone can see it?
I don't know.
When I send you the invite, did you get it through Hangouts or did you get it through your email?
Through my Hangouts.
I don't know. I think Hangouts.
Okay. Yeah, so everybody should have Hangouts. I don't know. I saw Mauricio was checking Hangouts, but I don't know if he couldn't make it or couldn't come in, or who works at this time. There's other students that work like you do as well, and they might be at work. So we need to find the best time when we can meet. That way we can go over these things together. Anyone else? You have anything that you want to Can you share your screen? Do you have access to share your screens?
I think so.
On the left side, do you have
Yeah, the screen share.
a chat
Yeah.
box and a screen share and a showcase? You have all those things?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, there she is. Okay, I don't know if you want to share anything, you can share it. So you can practice sharing it, and next time you'll each have an article that you want to share, and then you use the share feature. Who wants to go first? Anyone?
Are we all on computers?
I don't know. Are you? I don't think. Cassandra, are you on a computer? Okay.
I'm on my mom's phone. I'm currently in the bowling alley.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, Luis, you are on a computer, right?
I am.
Okay. So if you can share your screen.
Okay, I don't need that. I don't need this. That. Just entire screen. Yeah, I can share it. And so,
Ooh, is that Firefox with a theme or what?
oh, this is Chrome with the theme.
Oh, Chrome with a theme.
Yeah. Took me a while to find the theme because I suppose.
Is that a certain galaxy or is it just random galaxy?
I think it's just random galaxy.
Okay.
Although I'm not too certain. I was gonna look up the Nobel Prize winners. So. Oh, would you look at that? What was it in economics?
And just to make sure that when I share videos, do you hear it or is it lagging?
I could hear it.
Yeah, you hear
Mine
it
was
clearly, right?
lagging a little bit. I don't know if it's because I was on the phone or...
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably it, yes. Your service provider. Consumption.
The Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences has today to award the Sveriges Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences in memory of Alfred Nobel to Angus Deaton for his analysis of consumption, poverty, and welfare.
Wow.
That sounds like a burger.
Design economic policies that promote welfare and reduces poverty. We must first understand individual consumption choices. Awesome.
And is this consumption in regards to the economy and in concern? Is it in concerns to media, or is consumption as far as just buying?
Yeah, I would think that, like a goods and services kinds of consumptions.
Mm-hmm. Because goods and services and consumption is tied into media. You have advertisements that, sway people into buying certain things. So I guess it's all tied in.
ACS.org. American. Oh yeah, and here's a facility that they used for the neutrino detectors.
Oh, yes.
Have you seen pictures of the inside?
Yes, I have.
It's like just another world.
Yeah, I did. And then I saw. Did you see Neil deGrasse Tyson?
No.
You know Neil deGrasse Tyson, right? Yeah, he comes out in there.
What is that?
Like on a kayak.
Oh, Cosmos.
Yeah, it's Cosmos, and he also has Cosmos, and then he has another show, Star Talk.
Okay. There we go.
That's the neutrino detector.
Yeah.
The neutrino is one of the subatomic particles of the Standard Model.
Very true.
And it does have, there's different kinds of neutrinos. And I think what they discovered was the nature of the neutrino and how it changes, because it just randomly changes from one state to another. And they were not able to pinpoint as to how it did that before. And I guess the discovery was that, they have more information as to how the neutrino changes from from one state to another.
I found something about discrimination for transgenders.
Oh, nice. I'm doing my science fair project on that. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. So.
Okay. Do you want to share yours?
Sure, let me try it out. Okay.
Okay, if you'll excuse me for a second.
Okay, am I sharing it?
No. Oh yes, you are.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Let me see. That an Illinois school banned a transgender student to go to the locker rooms to dress out and stuff.
Oh, I heard about this. That's right, it was on NPR News. I didn't catch the whole thing, but I caught part of it when I was driving to school. They were also mentioning like who gets to go to which bathroom and things like that, right? Like it started a whole dialogue on transgender students being able to go into certain bathrooms. So what does it say, Sabrina?
It's loading super slow. I don't know why.
Hey, Cassandra, can we see how well you bowl?
I'm not even bowling. It's my brother. It's my brother's birthday. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah, he just turned 22, and like he's all about bowling. So.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
bowl one then. Hold the camera and see what happens.
No. I suck.
Okay. No. Then let's keep it at the news then.
Let's keep it at what?
At news instead of
Yes.
bowling. Yeah, because we don't want you to become the news if you fall or something.
Oh, sir, I'm actually gonna have to drop out here in a second.
Yeah, that's fine. It's over. It's our session is meant to go up to 8.
Oh, great.
So we have 1 minute.
All right, great. Thank you, sir.
All right.
See y'all.
See you. And then hopefully for next time we'll get people to log in like last time.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I'll try and make it for that one.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
I'll see you. All right. So
Okay, I think it's.
yeah, it's almost 8. We're about to end the session. Just a final thought on what's going on with transgender students in locker rooms. I mean, it's a hard issue to tackle, We need to keep an eye out on this one because I think the way we see police brutality and then we see another instance and another instance of it, and it becomes a trend. I think this is going to happen with transgender students as well. So next time we meet, if you can have articles and keep up with the news, this will conclude our session for the week.
Okay.
Okay.
We should have or people should put in the chat things that they find really important throughout the day, so people can just look at it real quick. Filter through the news and just post something important throughout the week or between sessions.
Yes, and we were supposed to do that. I think I need to really meet. I don't have access to Sabrina and Audie are the two leaders, I guess, or like the team leaders, just because they were the first two to show up. And I guess they can. I would like for you and Audie to kind of coordinate and see how you can use Edmodo. We're using Edmodo, right? So using Edmodo as a way to share articles and things like that.
Okay, so we just post articles that we find?
Yes, and make sure that you let other people know that they need to post their articles throughout the week as well.
Okay.
All right. That way we can also see how many people agree. You know, we could set polls and see who thinks that an article is important or if it's significant for the test.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk about it in class then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. See you. Bye. Enjoy
Bye.
bowling.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.